Learning Language Arts through Literature, commonly known as LLATL, is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. But before I begin, I really would like to introduce you to the authors because I just feel so grateful to them. It's Debbie Strayer and Susan Simpson. Both of them have degrees and are specialized in the field of education, specifically language. Both are home educating moms. Susan has 5 children and Debbie 2. And in their field of experience of actually being teachers in the area of language, they found that the fragmented approach didn't work. So as home educating moms, they brought together the various aspects of the language arts, poetry, creative writing, handwriting, and they integrated it together. They wrote with this program, Learning Language Arts Through Literature, with the help of Dr. Ruth Beechek. I hope you know Dr. Ruth Beechek by now, having visited Oikos site, but if you haven't, you can go and have a look at Dr. Ruth Beechek's books on the parent help section. But Dr. Ruth Beechek oversaw and highly recommended the work of Debbie and Susan and the fact that they brought all these aspects of language arts into one whole program and integrated them, which makes it hugely helpful for us moms who are at home thinking, oh my goodness, I can't remember my grammar very well, and now I'm going to start teaching my child to read and I don't even know where to begin. So what they did is they actually had take us through the steps. There's a parent help book, parent manual, but I am going to be showing you the whole program in its entirety and give you the details and how the program works. Very parent-friendly, student-friendly. The workbooks are beautifully laid out and very approachable. And what more can I say other than to say that I used Learning Language Arts Through Literature only as a language program because it came on our path and it was extremely comprehensive. And a result of it is our daughter has written a number of novels. Our son is a very good communicator with very high level of vocabulary. You know, to me, the proof is in the pudding, and not just my own personal experience, but hundreds and hundreds of families have been so grateful that they could just get Learning Language Arts Through Literature and they didn't have to look any further because everything's in there, poetry and research and creative writing and so on. So for the broad overview, we start at the beginning, obviously, with LLATL. Now, LLATL is a complete teaching to read program. It's got phonic cards, little readers, short vowel readers, long vowel readers, storybooks, picture books, and a parent book with a student activity manual. Blue Book is presuming that you don't even know where to begin with teaching your child to read, and it literally will say to you, day 1, introduce your child to this exciting new adventure of reading. Take out the pink cards and the letters and so on. I will go into greater detail of the Blue Book on the separate Blue Book clip. Thereafter is followed by Read Book. Now, Read Book is continuing the teaching to read program but bringing more fluency and starting to introduce grammar. You are going to notice that I'm not going to be saying grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, but I do need you to know that LLATL starts at teaching a child to read, whether the child is 4 or 10. It's starting at the point of teaching them to read. In Afrikaans families, sometimes they leave it until the child is reading Afrikaans before they introduce LLATL. So the child could be 10 by that stage. So the age doesn't matter, and don't think about grades. We're going to talk color coding because it's going through a progression of colors, which is going from one skill to the next. So at the beginning, it's Blue Book, and that is, according to our understanding, grade 1, but let's drop the grades, teaching a child to read. Once you've taught them to read, you move on to Read Book. Read Book now brings in grammar and brings in more fluency to reading. Then it's yellow, orange, purple, tan, green, grey, gold. Gold takes you all the way to the level of university. So it's grade 12, 13 in our understanding. You might wonder what's grade 13. Well, it's post-matric year. So it's a mix between grade 12 and grade 13 would be your Gold Book. The Gold Book is American and British. We've got 2 separate ones. The rest of the program, people go, oh, but it's very American because there's biographies such as Wilbur and Orville Wright because they were born in Ohio, but that's okay because it's about the biography of the person and the story of that person. So there's readers that come in with every single level. You've got the yellow book's going to have 4 little readers at that level. Then orange book is the next level up and another 4 readers. And the stories might have an American flavor, and they've got American spelling. Yes, they do have, not South African, but the internet's got American spelling. So basically, we have enjoyed being able to give the children variety, a greater worldview of the vastness of literature. And again, it's more about the story and the content, not necessarily about who wrote it and where it was written. It's more content-based. They've chosen, together with Dr. Ruth Beechek's support, they've chosen very, very good literature. The focus has been on good literature and good content. So the big picture is you've got from Blue Book all the way to Gold Book, you're covering all your language arts needs. So I hope that's given you a wonderful broad overview of LLATL. I think the last thing I can mention is if we counted, let's start blue, red, yellow, orange, purple, tan, green, grey, gold. There we've got 9 years. And that 9 years, you've got 12 years to do it in. If you start from grade 1 to grade 12. Because some years are going to take a little bit longer. There's some big leaps in the language, so it starts to get a little bit complicated when you're doing sentence diagramming and the like. So it might take a student 18 months to do one book, one level, the green book, but it might take them 8 months to do the yellow book. So it's very dependent on the individual child. But remember, you've got 9 levels, which are spanned over 12 years, so there's no hurry, and at the end of it you're going to have students that are literally very, very well educated.